two things that we're skipping would be what we call the frame twister, which is just ahead. It's a couple mounds of dirt basically up ahead on our left that does tilt the car. We literally can get the car balanced on two wheels, but again, a little too low in these cars. And then the extreme rail to our right doesn't look extreme from here. I know it doesn't look like anything, but when you go over the top, that's when you feel the extreme part. We usually have our right rear tire 2 feet or more off the ground, and people scream a little, think it's going to tip over. So just, and not the ground clearance to do it, but that's off to our right. The next parts we do all the time, though, we're coming up on the logging roads, just a real bumpy road, showing off the suspension in the vehicles, how they manage the bumps. And imagine some of the cars you might have driven, how harsh they might be, but it's really well designed suspension, handles these bumps really good. And maybe more importantly is with that really relaxed grip on the steering wheel, there's virtually no steering wheel deflection. Now, you're going to want to favor the left side of the road a little bit because there's some washouts here, just a little bit steep. But I can drive a wheel in a little bit, just don't want to go over the very deepest part. Maybe you might bottom out a little bit there. Then at the end of this little road, we're going to climb a steep hill up on top of a bridge and then go around the edge of Spiral Mountain. You'll see where the nickname came from after we go around it. So halfway up this hill, you're going to see nothing but sky. Just stay in the center of the road, because you really won't even hardly be able to see the fences once we get halfway up. Then you're going to find yourself on that bridge. It's a pretty sky, though. It looks like most of that rain has stayed away. Nice days. So with the all-wheel drive systems, we have no trouble even in the rain and snow. We have climbed these hills and gone down these hills. As long as you still have grip. You don't want to do it if there's ice. You need some spikes in the tires for ice. I want you to go across the bridge. Drivers, you're going to want to pay attention to a couple of things that look unusual up here, and that is two big red and white cones. You want to pass them both. And you want to start turning left, but stay on the brake around the edge of Spiral Mountain. Off camber and descending all the way down. So keep on the little brake, keep looking left. Now look at the fence down there, you'll head towards it. Keep looking for my bumper if you're the first car or two. But if you keep looking to the left of your left side window, you're going to find a third red and white cone in your left side window. You want to be close to that one too. You want to be within 2 or 3 feet. Because if you go too far to the outside, you're going to drop tires into a pretty big hole. And you might bottom out real bad. So stay close to that third red and white cone as well. And you'll feel why we call it Spiral Mountain as you're descending. This will lead us back underneath the bridge and up another hill. And I'm going to stop just before the crest. And I want you all to keep coming to, you're all pretty close together, and you just stop on the hill behind me, and I'll tell you what's next. Alright, the last two cars may not see me very well. I know the last one might have a hard time seeing me, but I'm sitting here on the hill with my foot on the brake. One thing I know we have in this car, and many of your newer Minis, will be start-off assist. If you watch my car, I'm about to lift off the brake. I'm going to count it down. 3, 2, 1, I'm off the brake. But the car didn't roll right away, did it? It took 2 to 3 seconds before it did any rolling. So it gave me plenty of time to get to the gas or start engaging my clutch, and the manual transmission's really great start-off assist. So it's on in the background in most all of your newer cars. All BMW since 07, I believe Minis since 7 or 8. So that's a great feature. Now on the other side of this hill is a really steep descent, so I want everybody to pull your shifter to the left right now so it clicks and leans to the left. That is the sport drive mode. That's going to help us with a little more engine deceleration on the other side of this hill. I want you to use a little bit of brake and the help from the engine deceleration, and keep your car at about 5 or 6 miles an hour. So I'm going to the gas, no rollback because of that help. When you come up to the top of the hill, make sure you got 3 or 4 car lengths, and you start letting it roll. When you know the car in front of you is a little bit out of the way, and just lean on that brake. Keep it at 5 or 6 miles an hour until you get to the bottom. And at the very bottom, when you get on the gravel, just favor the left side again because there's a big washout on the right side. Favor the left. It's going to be better. Once we get down to me, I'm going to let y'all pull up close behind me, and you can put them in park for a second. And if you'd like to do the driver change, it's totally optional. You kind of experience everything from both seats here. But if you want to change drivers, here's your chance. Just go ahead and change drivers right here on this flat surface.